السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الاعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد ان شاء الله.
Shielded and protected by Joselu, anchoring midfield. Alanya and Maximovic are there as well, and there's two former Real Madrid youth team players up front, Latasa and Mayoral.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be five at the back. Obviously, the introduction of Alderete in the starting lineup. I'm not too sure it's going to be two up front. Probably Mayoral will have to work down the left, something that, you know, Jaime has been doing since last two cover. But anyway, pretty defensive for Getafe, something that we expected, and they're going to try and use Mayoral, maybe Alenya, and of course Latasa on the break.
Well, they've waited a long time to see the stadium full, and they also now have the opportunity to salute the Real Madrid women players who won the World Cup for Spain. They've not received the recognition that they deserve. We all know the reasons for that, but there's who, as Andrea mentioned, passed away on the eve of the final when she scored the winning goal. So, sorry, Andrea.
No.
By Jene, is Jene once more under pressure from Modric, and under too much pressure because the referee's blown a foul. The referee this afternoon
finished. It looks like a proper stadium and noisy because the roof is closed today. That's spectacular.
4 years really. Bellingham's done brilliantly here. The cross comes in and Fran Garcia gets a touch to it but sends it wide.
Well, when I talk about freedom and interpreting spaces, well, this guy is the number 10, is the media punta in Spain. Well, we see him on the right wing in a 1v1 against poor Mitrovic. Look at him. You know, he's a big lad, but look at his
behind. Maximovic second to that. Modric comes away with it, but the referee gives the decision. Getafe. And Rodrigo just sort of runs into trouble there and has it now. And there's a card coming out here, the first one inside 7 minutes. Alderete clips that into Maximovic. It was a nice cushion header in towards Mayoral. It was cleared by Latasa through it here. It's Mayoral, not Latasa. He shoots and scores. Getafe have taken the lead. And it's Mayoral, the former Real Madrid centre-forward, who gets his second goal of the season. He's the only Getafe player to have scored so far this season. And he has stunned the refurbished Bernabeu. It's Real Madrid 0, Getafe 1.
Well, it's a long ball. Challenging the air, Gaston goes off.
Sure. Out comes the keeper and he almost missed it there. Joselu claims that the ball was handled outside the area. The video assisted referee will intervene soon enough if that was the case. Alderete plays the ball forward to Maximovic. Tries to find Mayoral as well there to get away from Mitrovic. And he's then brought down. And the referee plays up. Referee waves play on. It's for goal instead. It comes out to Joselu. Joselu with the shot, but it's wide.
Well, first chance for Joselu, and this is going to be important for him.
Ball on Bellingham, play continues. Rodrigo goes for goal, and no one's particularly happy with that inside the. Here by Latasa, and Carvajal penalised, and he's not happy about that. And they need to keep their heads here, Real Madrid. And as we said earlier, Bellingham goes down in the penalty area, and it's a penalty. Well, the referee didn't think for too long about that, not much more than a second.
Right, and then Bellingham stretches the left leg to look for that contact.
But a loose pass goes straight to Alderete. Camavinga slides in and wins that one, and he feels he wins it cleanly and without a foul. Cross and the header from Modric, and that's a brilliant save from David Soria. Well, the man that Real Madrid thought about signing at the start of the season on the understanding that Lunin would leave and he would become the number 2 to Thibaut Courtois. Getafe's player of the season.
The guy for everything.
Joselu's header, it's headed away by Gaston. Well, we know how much Bordalas loves him. He had him at Alcorcon. Cross shot turned in, no! Saved by Soria. Joselu with the golden opportunity. Let's see if the flag was up on this near side. Bruno will tell us. Under pressure from Rudiger, and the decision is a Getafe throw. Down goes Mayoral, and Modric doesn't like the decision, but it's a Getafe free kick.
Can't remember the one when Pepe got sent off.
Camavinga slips as he shoots. He still gets the shot on target, but it's well saved by David Soria.
When Real Madrid won the...
Bellingham somehow finds Alaba, then runs into Damian Suarez, or should I say Suarez makes sure that he gets... and the intensity of Mayoral. There's a card coming out here. It's a yellow. Well, there is the half-time whistle from referee Mario Melero Lopez. Whistles from the... After his seasons at Milan, Toni Kroos, who was in this game in his first home game of the season. With the outside of the foot, headed down by Joselu, scored by Joselu. Now the referee had blown his whistle before the ball hit the back of the net. Or has the goal been given? I think the goal's been given. Joselu on the score sheet in a Real Madrid shirt for the first time since the 2010-11 season when he scored in an 8.
So 1 millimetre to the right or to the left, the ball would have gone out of play and probably wouldn't have been a Real Madrid attack. So Rodrigo heads it clear of Iglesias, but then runs out of pitch.
Another
pitch with the shot. It's pushed out by Soria, and who's there to be first to it, make sure that nothing else happens. Modric to Carvajal with a cross. It took a deflection off of Gaston, but was dealt with by Soria. He's through to Carvajal with a shot, comes off the post and is cleared by Adam Barry.
Clever from Carvajal.
Lewis in the middle, still Rodrigo. The shot took a deflection out for another corner.
What Toni Kroos is doing is just an absolute masterclass of run once again. Toni Kroos, of course, had seen him, but then he apologized because he didn't.
Latassa tries to clear again. Joselu on the volley. That's a brilliant save from Soria. That's arguably the best of the bunch. There have been 4 now. He barely saw. Is Gaston forward to Latassa under pressure from Carvajal.
This from Bellingham is just. It was another, let's say, not a great ball from Toni Kroos, and.
Rudiger, and yeah, we can't see him, can we, Andrea? But we didn't see him against Celta Vigo. Cross to Bellingham, taken by Brahim. The cross comes in, and it's just beyond Jude Bellingham. A bootlace away from putting Real Madrid ahead. Rodrigo. Back, Lucas Vázquez sprinting forward wide right, but the shirt pull stops Rodrigo in his process. There's a card coming out here. And Rodrigo gives away the foul.
Carmona wins it, to be honest. Rudiger bites into it.
Brahim. Lucas Vázquez too close to the goalkeeper, and Joselu with his head in his hands.
Brahim is done.
Putting Real Madrid ahead. Rodrigo with a chance here, but that's coming into the hands of David Soria. Well, Bellingham's. Lucas with a nice ball into Valverde. Valverde across the face of the 6-yard box. It goes beyond everybody. Bellingham and Jeunet. Here's Mata. Dispossessed by Lucas, who was fouled, and Real Madrid trying to take the free kick quickly. Gaston doesn't let Lucas with a shot. Soria spilled it. Bellingham scored. He's done it again. He's scored in all 4 of Real Madrid's first games of the season. He's now scored 5 goals in 4 games, and surely has.
السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الاعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.
She's crying because of the, obviously she scored a great goal for her country, but it's also the pain of the ball just hits off her face and ends up in the back of the net.
Yeah.
He'd eventually come back and finishes off. It's Cancelo again on the right hand side. I said the ball forward really well. The keeper plays a key part there, does make a save. So of course just pushes it into the path for Ronaldo.
Again by Azar, and it came out to Conte, and Chelsea level it up. N'Golo Conte with the trick.
Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Collingwood. It's nicely done. He got away from Gallagher, hit it with a left foot. Oh my goodness, he's got the strangest of goals, and he cannot believe it. He looked away, Stan Collingwood, in complete.
Gets a punch, not the best of punches though. It's off Diame and into the back of the net. Extraordinary.
Le PSG qui démarre fort la frappe, détourné le Paredes. L'explosion, même pas 2 minutes de jeu et déjà 1-0 pour le PSG.
Bien senti. Avec il y avait des possibilités sur le côté, donc comme peut-être il y a un peu moins peut-être de.
Oh là là, oh non, que c'est dur ça pour les.
Up steps Ronaldo and scores with tremendous power. And the holders in the Champions League are level on the stroke of half time.
السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الاعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.